Sometimes people laugh at our dreams. Sometimes they call them foolish, impossible, or even delusional. But dreams are not promises, they're possibilities. And when you chase them with heart, pain, and patience, even the impossible begins to unfold. This is the story of a boy named Ayaan, who didn't just chase his dreams, he ran through storms to catch them. In the quiet town of Mirampur, nestled between barren hills and whispering winds, lived a boy named Ayaan. His family was poor. His father worked at a tea stall, and his mother stitched clothes for local women. Life was simple. Life was hard. Ayaan, barely 12, would sit for hours on the rooftop at night, gazing at the stars, watching airplanes slice through the sky like glowing arrows. He'd whisper to himself, one day I'll fly that plane." His dream was clear. He wanted to become a pilot. But how do you dream of flying when you can't even afford a school bag? How do you talk about airplanes when your dinner is often just rice and salt? Still, Ayaan believed. At school, Ayaan was quiet but brilliant. He topped every class, read every book he could borrow, and often helped others understand math and science. But whenever he told someone about his dream, the reactions were always the same. "Pilot? You? Stop dreaming so big. Do you know how expensive flying school is? You can't even speak fluent English. Be realistic. Drive an auto like your uncle." Even his teachers smiled sympathetically. One even wrote on his report card, "Bright student, but unrealistic goals." But Ayaan didn't argue. He didn't shout or cry. He just smiled and whispered the same thing under his breath. "They don't have to believe. I do." By the time he was 15, Ayaan started helping at his father's tea stall. School in the morning, tea stall in the evening, and study at night. He had no phone, no internet, no coaching classes, but he had a razor-sharp focus. He saved every rupee he could. He fixed neighbors' fans for 10 rupees, delivered groceries on foot for 5. He stitched together coins like they were treasure. At night, he'd read aviation books from a local library 3 kilometers away. He memorized airport codes, aircraft mechanics, and navigation basics. He practiced English by talking to himself in the mirror. He was preparing not just for a career, but for a fight against destiny. When he turned 17, Ayaan applied to a flying school in the city. The entrance exam fee alone was 3,500 rupees, more than what his family earned in a week. His father tried to stop him. "We're poor, son. You'll break your heart." But his mother quietly handed him the money from her hidden savings. "Your wings deserve a sky," she said, "not a cage." He gave the exam and passed. But then came the real blow. The fee for the full course was over 20 lakhs. 20 lakhs for a boy who barely had 2,000 in his savings. Ayaan didn't cry that night. He just sat under the stars again, whispering, "This dream is bigger than money. I'll find a way." Instead of giving up, Ayaan made a new plan. He applied for scholarships, all rejected. He emailed 47 flying schools across India, asking for a chance. Only 2 replied. Both said, "No seat without full fee." Still, he refused to stop. He started working as an office boy at a small airline office. There, he mopped floors by day and secretly studied aircraft manuals at night. One evening, an airline captain spotted Ayaan reading a thick book on aviation. Curious, he asked, "Why are you reading this?" Ayaan stood up, hands folded. "Sir, I want to be a pilot." The captain laughed softly. "Ambitious. What's your background?" "Tea stall boy, sir. but my dream is solid." Instead of mocking him, the captain said something unexpected. "Come tomorrow. Let's see what you know." That one meeting turned into something magical. Captain Mera, the airline pilot, became Ayaan's mentor. He taught him every weekend: navigation, radio communication, flight instruments. He helped Ayaan apply for an aviation foundation scholarship abroad, and this time, Ayaan was selected. He was going to South Africa for flight training. The foundation would cover everything, but Ayaan had to pay for the visa and travel, about 85,000 rupees, a mountain once again. But Ayaan wasn't afraid anymore. He took up 3 jobs: day shifts at a bookstore, evening shifts at a restaurant, and night packing orders for an online company. He slept 3 hours a night, and 1 month later, he had the money. When his flight took off from Delhi International Airport, Ayaan looked out the window, heart pounding. He was finally above the clouds. The boy who served tea was now flying toward his dream. In South Africa, life wasn't easy. He faced racism, loneliness, and even hunger. Some nights he'd eat bread dipped in water to save money. He failed 2 modules in his first semester and was told he might be sent back. But Ayaan didn't break. He adapted. He practiced harder, studied longer, and prayed deeper. Soon he started flying small aircrafts. The first time he touched the cockpit controls, his hands shook, not from fear, but from gratitude. His instructor said, "You fly like you've waited your whole life for this." He smiled, "Because I have." After 2 years, Ayaan returned to India, not as a dreamer anymore, but as a licensed commercial pilot. The entire town gathered at the small railway station when he returned. His father wore a new shirt for the first time in years. His mother cried silently, hugging her boy with trembling hands. That evening, under the same stars where he had dreamed as a boy, Ayaan looked up once again. But this time, he wasn't dreaming. He was living it. Today, Ayaan flies international routes for a major airline. He speaks at schools, mentors underprivileged kids, and funds scholarships for poor students who dare to dream beyond their means. In every motivational seminar, he says the same words: "Chasing your dreams will hurt. You'll bleed, fall, and be laughed at. But if you keep running, even with broken legs, the dream will one day stop and wait for you. Because dreams don't belong to the rich. They belong to the brave." What we learn. So, are your dreams too big? Maybe. Will people laugh at you? Absolutely. Will the road be long? Without a doubt. But should you stop? Never. Because chasing your dreams is not about where you start. It's about how far you're willing to go. If Ayaan, the tea stall boy, can fly 35,000 feet in the sky, what's stopping you? Don't wait for permission. Don't ask for approval. Just chase it, because you were born to fly.